Episode 4 of Cast, and
yes, sir.
The first episode we had it with my brother here, who came to grace the occasion with the first episode.
It's my Anna.
And we are in with fourth episode. I tell you what, I feel so blessed to have him once again.
Yes,
and
sir.
This is not the first time, the last time he's going to be on the show. He's going to come every single time.
Every day.
Of course. Every single time he get a chance
Yes,
to pass through. And this is Coolio.
My man, long time. Cast.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Dali.
Amen.
How is it going?
It's been a long week. We're in the holidays. I think 7 days holidays, right?
7 days, yeah.
So what have you been doing though?
Bro, nothing much. The amazing thing about having holidays in China is you never count, right? You just wake up one day and then somebody says, "Oh, you know, the holidays is ending tomorrow." You're like, really?
Yeah, man. So
yeah, but I've been back and forth with having a short vacation, because we've been hustling for a very long time, and you need that break, So I had a short vacation. Actually, I landed in town yesterday, and I'm feeling fresh.
How was the feeling outside though?
Man,
no
more
subway changing.
No more subway. No more
subway
yeah. No more Jane Campbell. You guys know what that is? Scan a health kit or whatever.
Everywhere you go, everywhere you enter, you need to scan your health kit on your WeChat.
Yeah, bro. It's a serious situation in Beijing. Outside Beijing it's not serious.
Really?
Like when I went out, I think a few days ago. I've been out like 3 days. No mask.
Oh, okay.
One of the videos that I'll post in a couple of days.
Okay.
It looks like I made that observation. I think maybe there's no masks in the city or there's shortage.
Yeah,
they don't care about it.
I think the other time we went to Shanghai too, we didn't see people wearing nose mask. Anyway, we didn't use the public transport. So, but the outside, you realize everybody is just rocking normal. But in Beijing, if you don't have mask on, you can't get on. You can't use any public system. That is the way it is. Maybe because this is the residence of the president.
Actually, Beijing is considered a high risk.
Of course.
So when I went to Shanxi, wherever I go, they ask me, "Have you been out of Shanxi for a long time?" And I said, "No, I actually just arrived in Shanxi for a day or two." And they asked, "Where were you?" I'm like, "Beijing." So they're like, "Beijing, then we need your Beijing health code."
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Beijing is actually, I think because more recently we had a case. We had a couple of cases with this. So Beijing is considered more dangerous than Shanxi.
Oh.
Yeah. So everywhere you go, you see Beijing Kambao, I mean Beijing health kits. Yeah. If you come from Beijing, you need to. But man, it's very relaxing out there. Very relaxing out there. But I'm happy to be back.
Welcome back.
I'm happy to be back.
Well, if you just join us, this is a Kwame Cast and you're watching Let's Stop TV.
Yes,
this is Kwame and this is Kwejo.
Yeah.
Kwejo. I was trying to brofalize it.
Kwejo. Oh yeah, that's nice.
So, to brofalize it.
Guys, this is Kwejo. This is Kwame.
Man, this man has an amazing YouTube channel, and I urge all of you all to go over.
Thank you, bro.
To subscribe to Kwejo channel.
Yeah,
and it's a vibe over there.
Thank you.
It's a vibe.
Thank you.
All right, so this is what we're going to talk about.
Yes, sir.
Today we're just going to talk about the untold truth about China, the things that we see, the things that we go through. We are here. You are not here. Some of you watching are here too, so you know what we're going to talk about, or you're going to feel it. But those of you outside who are planning, you are planning to visit China. At least I feel like we own those people
some
responsibility just for us to educate them. I see Craig is
calling.
Feel the vibe, man.
Bro,
let him know that he needs to come on the
bro, we are on Kwame Cast.
Hey,
yeah, bro, we are on
Kwame Cast.
Yeah, bro. So we'll get back to you.
Yeah, man. So, Craig, you need to come for the next episode, man.
Oh, no, he's good. Alright, that's Craig. So you guys should watch
Craig's channel too.
Which episode was that?
That was episode 3.
Episode 3.
We talked about nightlife in Beijing.
Yeah. So and Craig lifestyle on Kwame-cast.
Yes, sir. And Craig did his own thing on the Kwame-cast. It feels good. I love the energy when we go on the Kwame-cast because you need to express yourself. Exactly. It's a feeling.
Exactly. You know it's a vibe.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe. Yeah, I got my production manager.
Anyway, so as you were saying,
what's up? How you doing?
Producer one, take your 2.
Man, it's all good. All right, let's talk about life. The things that I have seen and the things that you have seen, what you've gone through. Let's talk about it. Now, let's start from visa situation.
Exactly.
First of all, let's go. Visa is the key. Of course.
Just like we have keys to unlock doors.
Of course.
Visa is the key.
I call it life.
Yeah.
For foreigners.
Yeah, exactly. And we are talking about China.
Yes.
Not Beijing. We are strictly on China because we are in China.
Of course, we don't know the other side.
The situation of visa in China is your life. It's your life. One thing that I would say is before this year, there are more legitimate ways you can just live here and wouldn't encounter any issue with visa.
Of course.
One of it is being a student. Your school will process your visa for you. You don't have no hassle. You don't have to worry. And then another way is being married.
Yes.
When you're married to a Chinese. So the differences are, if you're married to a Chinese, you use the marriage visa because your wife is a Chinese, so you go for renewal. Depending on how long the immigration gives you.
Sometimes they give 3 months,
sometimes
6 months, 1 year, and later you can
get
like 5 years.
Don't wait for green card. They don't give green card. Maybe they'll introduce black card one day. And then if you are married to a foreigner, I mean, if you and your partner are both foreigners here, if one of you is on a visa, the other one can be a dependent. So, for example, that's if you are legally married, your wife can hold the visa, and then the husband will be a dependent on the wife visa. What it means is if your wife has 1 year visa, you will have 1 year dependent visa. It doesn't guarantee you to do anything in China. Just stay at home and make your wife happy. Anyway, that's how we
stay at home and make your wife happy.
Yeah, and then the working visa, that is if you have a legitimate company that employs you or that employed you, they will help you out with the processes and the documents you need for your visa. So that is another legitimate way you can have a visa. Apart from that, they used to have the tourist visa, which they canceled for about 3-4 years ago. So they introduced new visas that I think you can get more information about on the home security of China. Right. Now what we will be talking about will be, I said before, recent, this 2021.
Okay.
Let me say that before this year.
Okay.
Now this year there are a lot of changes. There are so many things that are happening.
Very strict.
Strict.
Foreigners are frustrated.
Yeah. So there are a couple of things that we have to let you know, because these are the things that were publicized, that we read on social media, we read in the news and everywhere. There was an information from Hangzhou. Hangzhou is one of the big provinces in China. They were the first, right? Yeah, they were the first to come out with the new rules regarding visa renewal in China. And one thing that I saw is if you study here in the name of studying Chinese for more than 2 years, you will not be given a new visa.
Your visa will not be renewed.
It will not be renewed. If you study here for an undergrad for 4 years or more, after that you can only do a 1 year Chinese language, and then you are not qualified for a renewal.
Okay.
If you do your master's program after you have finished your undergrad, that takes you to about 6-7 years. You cannot get a renewal of visa. If you are somebody who studied in different schools, so they call it like multiple schools, in the name of doing Chinese. I'm using the quote, in the name of doing Chinese language, because that is what they said.
Yeah.
Actually, people really study Chinese.
The story too.
Yeah. So to say in the name of doing Chinese language, I cannot explain it.
Yeah.
It means people are studying, but not really studying. So there might be other things that are attached to it. For this, we cannot explain. So I'm just trying to give a few examples of the new things that have been introduced. And trust me, since these things came up, it's been hell.
Ooh.
It's been hell. Because most people here have stayed for several years.
I tell you.
You ask yourself, can I get a renewal? That's the big question.
It's hard.
Very hard.
First of all, when I saw that story, I thought it was because of the Olympics, the Winter Olympics that is the coming Olympics. That is why they have come out with these new rules
to reduce the
number of foreigners. To reduce the number of foreigners. And I was thinking probably it was going to be like that particular city that they take it. The game's going to be held on.
Yeah,
you understand?
Like
but this is the situation. It's across board.
It's across board, and the funny thing is, Beijing is actually implementing it, but they didn't come out to publicize.
Okay.
So it looked like Hangzhou was used as a
pilot study.
A pilot study. So they can come out publicly and say this, so people might not go to Hangzhou. If you know you don't qualify, you just don't go. But then you run to other cities and find yourself in the same situation. So for example, in Beijing here, take 15 foreigners and ask them. 50 foreigners whose visas are due for renewal. I ask them, how many of you actually got your visas renewed? 1 or 2?
Yes. And when you submit your passport, they will even call you for an interview.
Yes, they
do.
You have to.
Yeah. When they call you, you need to go with they will tell you to bring your contract.
So you bring your housing contracts, you bring your bank statement, you bring your police registration, you bring copies of your visa, you bring whoever is sponsoring from home, you need a sponsorship letter. A lot of things. If you have HSK is a Chinese proficiency test. Whichever one you have taken, they have HSK 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 6, 7. I don't know. I've never taken any.
You have I'm about to take 5.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Then you're a senior man.
Man, it's difficult, man. I don't even know what I'm doing right now.
So they'll ask you, Oh, you.
I will try.
You are the least of man.
Right. I will come out with flying colors.
Yeah. So in short. Visas right now in China, for those of you who are outside China, I heard working visa has been cancelled, tourists have been cancelled, students have been cancelled. So you don't have to worry. If you don't have to even worry yourself going to the embassy if you want to apply for any of these visas. And in China, we'll not even talk about it because now, due to the fact that if you stay here for probably more than 5 years, you can't get a visa renewal. You ask yourself, a lot of guys have been here already. You understand? But which country will ask people not to have a renewal after you've legitimately studied for about 6 years?
It's a question I ask myself, that why is it that when you are trying to do something legit, like you trying to go according to the rules, you don't want to go the other way.
Exactly.
Life becomes difficult for you who are trying to
do things the right way. Exactly.
But if you try to go the other way, it becomes easy. Nobody even cares. You just walk through, do whatever you.
And then I have something to say. So I was talking about this visa situation with a Chinese friend, right? It's a lady, and she happens to run a training school.
Okay.
And she told me it is something. It's a policy to reduce the number of foreigners in China that they have been asked to help to do.
Wow.
So there was a time that I was going to hustle in the community, and when I got there, I scanned. They asked me to write the name of the
invitee, the person who
invited me, and then the house number and apartment number and everything. And then they took a picture of me. So I called the person. I'm like,
why
today we have
doing all this?
Because I heard that you can't be reported and the police will come. Just imagine if I write the apartment number 606 or 89.
The security man.
They are coming right away. They will just see you there.
The police.
So they were taking pictures of me, and that day I had to leave. And the thing is the consistency. So this black man has been coming to this community at 2:00 every day, and he leaves at 6 on Saturdays. So what do you have to do there on Saturdays between 2 and 6?
Suspicions.
Exactly. So with this, there's no excuse. You just be taking.
Of course.
So I think the visa thing is something that is a program or a policy that is actually meant towards reducing the number of foreigners in China as a whole. So it's sad.
My question I want to ask is that, is this the way African I'm from Africa though, Ghana to be precise. Is it the way African countries also treat the Chinese fellas like that?
It's unfortunate.
Sometimes I wish that's the way it's supposed to go.
Yeah, the stories are different.
It makes me miss Mugabe.
The stories are different.
It makes me miss Mugabe because Mugabe was my uncle though.
He was your uncle. Oh, okay. You said you were an
Rest in
African. You
peace,
didn't say you were a
uncle.
Ghanaian. So you can be a Pan-Africanist.
Because those days, don't get me wrong, but that was what was going on. Those days when they start things like this, it affects foreigners.
Exactly.
Before you realize, Mugabe, my uncle, will just strike, and everything becomes normal.
Exactly.
So why is it that our leaders back home are always calm?
So I'm not someone who is too political, but I believe that these things go according to who benefits more.
Okay.
And so if you look at African countries that have very good foreign policy or relationships or diplomatic ties with China, you ask yourself, do China gain more than the other country, or do the other country gain more? Because if I am your child and you feed me 3 times a day, you know, I owe you that allegiance. So it's difficult for me to, you know.
There's a saying in Ghana that an elderly person does commit mistake.
Exactly. Whatever he does is right. Whatever he or she does
is
right.
Who is always at fault all the time. Exactly. All right. So that is the visa issue. Now it's tough.
Very tough.
It's tough.
It's a sad situation. And a lot of people are going home voluntarily.
Yes, you know. And the crazy part is that what do you call it? The airports are closed. It's just a few places that most of the planes can take off.
And you ask yourself the ticket prices, right?
The ticket prices are also expensive.
Yeah.
Man, this is tough.
Yeah.
This is really tough.
So I wanted to check the price of a ticket. One of my guys is actually, he will be going home very soon.
Yeah.
Because of visa situation. His ticket is $3,875.
Just one way.
That is 25,000. Yes, one way.
Hey.
And that is 23,000 Ghana cedis.
Man, that money could buy a land back home.
Yeah.
That money could buy a land back home.
But he has to go home because he couldn't get his visa renewed. So
that means someone needs to save money.
Yeah. So if you live here, just save some cash.
Yeah.
And start thinking about, you know, going home or going somewhere else. It depends on your plans, but home sweet home. Anyway.
Of course, home sweet home.
Yeah.
Home sweet home for those who have made a good plan.
Exactly.
If you don't make good plans and you're just chilling up here, you get home, things becomes a little bit tight for you. But it's all good.
And once you live abroad or you are exposed to life abroad, it becomes more difficult for you.
Of course. Yeah. Whichever way it goes down, man, I still wish you the best. You're happy to find yourself in that situation.
Yeah.
And whoever have submitted your passport in immigration in China, I salute you and I wish you all the best, man.
Yes, sir.
You're going to come out with the flying colors.
Yes, amen. Well, let's go.
All right, so that is the visa issue, and that is what is going on right now in China. All right, so now let's talk about security system.
Well, one good thing about China at last. The security is good.
The security system is good.
Yeah.
Yes, even when you're walking on the street, the cameras on you, wherever you go.
No need to
man, do you know that the subway card, they use that to track you?
Yeah, actually they do. But this is a car that you use to take the subway and the bus.
It's just a normal car but you get on the train, bus, you use for public things.
Yeah. So
one of my friends, a guy I used to know, got arrested, and I asked him when he go back home, man, how did they get to know where you've been? I said, bro, they just took my bus card, and I said, what did they do? And they just checked, and they told me wherever I've ever been in Beijing,
China,
and especially the time, because at exactly 6:30, he's in this bus station.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And he get on this bus, and he gets to that station, get off and walk. Oh, man, they check everything.
And there are cameras everywhere. I was
like, just a common bus card they can track you with everything that
you
do.
So the things are different. One is the cameras. The other one is the kind of the things they give to you, like cards.
Yes.
You know, like bank cards.
Yes.
They are all linked to your passport number.
All linked.
And then you also need to produce your housing contract, right?
Yes.
So it's like for the bank card, for example, it has your number, it has your passport number, it has your house details.
Everything.
You know, so if you do something, where are you running to?
Everything that you do with your passport.
Yeah.
You do with your passport. So it's easy for them to track you.
Yeah. And that is one side of it. And then we have the cameras.
Yes.
That are at homes, in the elevator or in the communities, on the
check
streets, in the schools,
everything. And some of the fellas too, they also report to the police also.
Yeah, I was even going to mention that aside these systems, we still have the police, the physical police themselves that are always on the check.
Of course.
They are always everywhere.
Guards in the communities, the traffic wardens and everything. They check everything.
Exactly.
And one thing I want us to talk about is the apartment situation in China. Before you rent apartment, what you go through. You understand?
Yeah.
You need to go and register your passport at the police station.
Exactly. And it's not every apartment that accepts foreigners as well.
Not every apartment.
So you might find yourself moving from one community to another community because the other communities cannot accept foreigners. So you just have to make sure. And once you find one, the payment and everything, I mean, of course, you pay a lot of money. But then you need to make sure you're on a valid visa. You need to make sure your passport is valid as well. Because every time that you renew your passport, you have to go to the police station to do the registration.
Man, the police station will call you.
They will call you. They even text. Your passport your visa is about to expire, right?
They tested my
your producer.
Yeah, the producer. I think 3 days ago, right? Or 4 days ago. 5 days ago. They tested on WeChat. Man, your visa is. They said what? Your visa is expiring in 2 days. Today. So what are you doing?
In my home, they came to my home.
You see, and she replied, "I have already submitted my passport immigration." Then they requested the yellow receipt. She can come there and do the new registration for that period of time that she's going to get.
The same situation as my side as well. Yeah, the same situation as my side.
Period of time.
As long as you wait for the passports, you need to be reporting yourself.
I've never done that before.
It's
just a new thing. When she said it was a new thing to me. Yeah, it was a new thing to me. The only thing I know, I only go for the passport and I go to the police station and I register. Sometimes it's good sometimes, but sometimes it's not good.
It's not good. So that I don't know whether it's my community, but the police just they know my home now. They are just there every single time they are coming. I don't know what they want.
Every minute before you hear a knock.
Yeah.
The quite good chiller.
It's crazy.
Quite good chiller. So what are you doing? Imagine you going through this frustration with them, and the police too are coming to your house every single day, every single minute, calling, text messages. You don't even know where to go because you don't have the passport.
You don't know what to do.
Man,
it's a serious situation. So
foreigners, man, we live in life. This is what we go through in China.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's a tough situation.
On Kwame Cast, man, we're trying to talk about it a little bit. Not too much.
You don't want to knock on the door.
No politics.
So bear with us.
We just want you to feel it.
Exactly.
What we feel.
Exactly.
So that when you are preparing to come to China or you want to come to China, you will know what goes on. Yeah. You understand?
It's amazing because a lot of people think that well, I know that people will say even no matter how worse it is, it's still better than home.
Of course.
But there are situations that you can actually look at and say, okay, fine. To work and get money is better. But do you have your freedom?
No.
That is it. So would you want to be working in an environment where you have to be checking your bag, looking through the window, the door, or you live in a place where somebody is coming into the room and you are like, who is that? Can you check? Because you are scared. But on the other hand, fine, if you are successful, then you get the money.
Of course.
But when it comes to freedom and having your peace of mind, never think about
man, home is home.
Home is home.
Home is home.
Home, sweet home.
I mean, who is going to ask you of your passport?
No.
Man, you could be in your house, but you could enjoy music from a beer bar or a spot close to you.
Yeah.
And you could even hear churches singing, and you'll be lying in your room.
You'll be worshiping with them in your room.
Life is good. Life is good in where we come from, man. It's just that one way or the other, we have to, come over here to learn, to better our lives and stuff. But we'll be seeing you guys back home soon, man. Not now.
For real.
Not now. It's all good.
Yeah.
Man, this is Kwame Cast, and we talking about things that you don't know.
Untold.
Yes, the untold truth.
Yeah. People just tell you, come to China and come and teach and make money.
Let's talk about
Listen to us very well.
The teaching is the next we gotta talk about.
Oh, the teaching is the next?
Yes.
Okay, so come and teach. Just come and teach and you make money. So, that leads us back to the same thing about visas.
Yes.
Because if you are teaching, are you teaching with a student visa or with a working visa? If you are teaching with a working visa, has the working visa been provided by your school?
Okay.
Or by your school or by a different company? Because if you're having a working visa but it's not provided by the institution or the company that employed you, then you are also illegally working. So that is another situation. And we mentioned married, right?
Yes.
So if you have a marriage visa, you cannot work.
Of course.
So your wife will feed you. Or your wife must feed you. So in China, marriage visa you cannot use it to work.
Of course.
Student visa you cannot use it to work. Working visa you can use to work if the working visa is provided by the company that employed you. Tourist visa no, humanitarian visa no, no other form apart from working visa. Business visa no. You know, they have the T visa for humanitarian, they have business visa, that's the M visa, they have student visa, they have working visa. So the only way you can work in China legally is by working with the company.
The company employs you.
Yeah, the company employs
you.
And
they do your working visa for you.
Any other thing apart from that, my brother, my sister, always look out for the men in blue. Always try to look out for them because,
men in blue.
Trust me, they are always coming to schools to check. They are never tired.
Every single day.
Every single day they are there. Let me tell you for a fact.
Okay.
I was locked up in the toilet for 1 hour because they are there.
Really?
So just put this information in your pocket.
Oh, that's new. Talk about that's new. What happened?
So I was on my morning routine. I was there with the kids. We were happy, playing, and early morning you have to get energy, right?
Of course.
So I was just there, and then I saw my principal just wave her hand like. And then once I waved my hand, she's like, "Come!" I knew it, so I had to just jump the chairs quickly. And it's like the other way. Then we stood and it's like, so my place, it has a backyard. That is, it has an entrance to the university because my school is in the university.
Okay.
The political science. Okay. For security reasons, it's a university. And then the school is in there. Connected to the international department of where I hustle is a bookstore that links the international department to the university. So I have two ways. Now the easiest way for me to get out of there is to just get through the gate and enter the bookstore.
Okay.
And then the bookstore has a yard, so it's closed. So I have nothing to do at the kindergarten. But then there is a place that if the cops already get there, I cannot get out. So that was what happened. By the time I got to the gate, they are already coming to the international department. So the only way for me is the toilet.
Oh.
Yeah. So I had to get into the toilet and I used the last one. They actually came to the toilet, turned on all the lights, opened all the toilet, except the one I was in because they believe there's someone easing himself. Him or herself, so they cannot.
Man, you were lucky, man.
I've been there and they were there and I was hearing them. And then they were going
waiting for the person to come out.
I don't know if they were waiting for me to come, waiting for me to come out actually, but I think they were having checks.
Oh, okay.
So they needed to go through the normal checks that they wanted to do, right? So they were going through the check. I was hearing them, and then they went, and then they came back again, and then by the time they came back, I came out of this toilet and went to the next one because you cannot be in one toilet for a long time. So they passed by, and I think they saw that the door was open, but the other one is locked. But I mean, they are kids, right? Kids go to the toilet every time, and actually this thing happened 2 times already in this semester.
Oh,
yeah, it happened 4 times, but the other times it's just 10 minutes and I'm out.
What would you do?
It's not the police.
What would you?
It's the education unit. But with the issue of the police is for a very long time, so I had to be there. So these are some of the things.
A lot. We go through a lot.
So it's not about the money. It's not about it. And then now I think you appreciate it if you ask for money and we don't give you. Sorry. It's not my fault, man. I can't be in the toilet for 1 hour and give you
these days I hardly even check my WhatsApp messages because
the pressure is
that comes, man, I need money to pay my rent. I need money, school fees and everything. But
So I think that is it about working. Basically that is about working. So the advice would be,
so now we just have to let's advise the fellas watching the podcast, what especially those who are planning to visit China and stay and work and school. What do you think they should do?
Okay, so now you said work, school. So let's take it from the
some
two
people will be coming for school. Some people
will come to work.
Businesses, they're just coming to buy and go.
So I think for those who come for business, they know what to do because a lot of guys have been in business for a long time. So, and the working will be much more better if you are planning to come here. So, try to get a working visa, and when you are getting a working visa, make sure this visa is provided by the school or the place, whatever it is. So, one thing I wanted to mention is what happens is that you might not understand when I say the school or the company must give you the working visa. So. Kwame can at least give me documents, to have a working visa legally as a worker in the Laser TV production or Laser Productions or Laser TV. But then, if I take this working visa and they see me working in Kojo's kindergarten, so Kojo's kindergarten didn't employ me to work, so that is illegal. So that's what we are saying. So if you want to work and Laser High School has to process your document for you in the name of Laser High School. Yes. What some guys do is that they go to other companies and they get employees as archivists or librarians or purchasing officer or marketing executive or stuff. But then after getting the visa, they are in the classroom jumping with the kids. So one other thing is
that's where the problem
is.
Yeah.
Check with the school if it is licensed to hire foreign teachers. Not all schools are licensed. Any school that is licensed to hire foreign teachers can give you the documents to have a working visa. But if the school is not licensed and they still want to go ahead with it, know that they are going to give you document for another company, which might be illegal as well. So it is your choice. So that is it for students. Yeah. If you come here to study, get your student visa, come here, study, and I know you will hustle, but be careful. Because as we said, it's illegal to work with it. So when you go up and down doing your hustle, put it in mind that anytime you can be caught and sent back to your home in a very humble way. When you are caught, you will be detained. They have to punish you. So because of the coronavirus, right? So they don't detain people for a very long time. So you do your 2 weeks or your 3 weeks in at the detention center, and then you pay a fine. Depending on if they find out that you were working actually for a long time in the school, then you are going to pay a lot of money, about 20,000 cedis or more. But if you haven't been working for a long time, then sometimes they just ask you to buy your ticket. And once your ticket is ready, you'll be deported back home. Right? So you will come here. I know you. You want to come. You want to study, but you want money.
A lot of people
just like me and like Kwame. Kwame really likes money. We all do, actually. And the producer, it's a different story. So come and hustle, but be careful. Be careful and know that it's illegal. That is the first thing. When you know it's illegal, you are very protective of yourself. So that is it. And the working visa, if you are coming to work, whatever work you are coming to do, I don't know, but make sure that the visa is actually provided by the company. So that is the advice I will give for both students and the working. This place is not a place to come for tourism. They don't give. Even when you come for tourism, the places are all packed with Chinese people. Because they build their own places for their own people. So you go to a place and you see thousands of them. Thousands of them. And when you are showing the video, if you please just take one of the crowded areas in the Great Wall and show it to them.
I will.
Travel from your country and come here and say you're coming to go and just watch the Great Wall. When you see the picture, you will not go. So
man, a hand of applause for my brother.
So the experiences are a lot, but we'll bring them more in the future.
More.
Yes, because if you give them too much, they'll be too full.
Man, this is what public cancer is all about. It's a movement and it's a feeling. We just express our feelings on it. And I know you are going to get something out of this video.
Exactly.
The things that the untold truth about China. Yeah. So many people cannot talk about it, but this is just normal thing we go through.
And don't let anybody lie to you and tell you there are so many jobs in China.
Right.
Only teaching.
Only teaching.
You can only teach in China.
That's it.
The other jobs that can be done, of course, people do a lot of jobs, but your Chinese proficiency level has to be very high.
Of course.
And the company must be a company that has international relationship for you to work as a foreigner. But apart from that, it's just internship, right? So teach.
Yes. Yes. Thanks very much for passing through.
You're welcome.
This is Kwame Cat. This is Kwame Cat. The untold truth about China. We out.
Yeah.
Salute.
Yes, man.